the next thing we have to focus is marching. So learning to march is pretty easy if you brush your teeth. Because the analogy we've always heard, it's like squeezing toothpaste out of a tube. You're almost rolling your foot. So you're going like from heel, arc, ball, toe. So it's almost like a roll. You can't really see it in something like Crocs because you're not really supposed to march with Crocs on. But like it's just like a slow walk kind of. But you get 8 steps in 5 feet. That's usually what we're marching. It's an 8 to 5, and that's just usually how it is with like the length, because you have your football field, which is like the lines are every 5 feet. So between every line we take 8 steps. So if you're only taking 4, you're going halfway. So that's the easiest way to be able to tell. You could practice at home by just marking out like 3 or 4 distances of 5 feet and just taking 8 steps between them. Not that that's the only thing we do. We can take different amounts of steps within the 5 feet, but that's just the overall easiest, like the first thing that we need to learn. And then, so after forward marching, there's backwards marching, which kind of has you on your tippy toes, but not all the way. So like your heels are just like slightly raised, and you're like just going back, almost in that same rolling motion. And we don't go all the way on our tippy toes, because if we do, and then we're going backwards like really quick, we could fall. And we've had a couple instances with that, but it was mainly caused by mud and messing up marching. So just make sure you march good, because marching backwards can always not be fun. When you're practicing forward and backward marching, it's the same distance, the 8 to 5. Okay? And you know, that's just the basic. And then there's also like going what is called a slide, which is basically going left and right, because your shoulders are always facing towards the field, unless if that we do like a turn, so that way we're like a turn backwards, so that way we're like at the field drum major, like the field captain, which not all shows have, but some do. So just know 90% of the time your shoulders are facing towards the front. Like everyone's is going to be facing that same way. And you know, so when you're going sideways, you still want your shoulders to face the same way, but then you're going to turn your feet that way. Your hips is going to be like a halfway in between, but your shoulders are still going to be straight. So then when you're going with your horn angle, because this is like at horns up, like you're ready to play, whether you're playing like a flute, however you hold that, or like, you know, like a trumpet, you know, but like you just have your horn up, because it's got to be like, your chin's got to be like up, so you're playing up to the stadium, and you just march like sideways. And you can do that both backwards and forwards. If you're doing it backwards, you have your heels up and you're just still rolling, but you just have like your legs are just like kind of turned, but you're still facing forward. I don't really know if you can see that. I can't really show it the best. I don't really have the best camera for this because I'm using my phone, but it's easier to show in person because you can see it, ask questions, all that. And then the last thing I have to go over will be in the next video, which is box drill. So that's always a fun one. It's just the 4 things we just went over. So